guys, my name is Lacey, I'm Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please hold while I figure out what I'm doing. Bringing it back to old school YouTube today because I'm going to be doing a tag video today, and I'm so excited about this tag. I'm always excited, I am aware. But one, I love tags, and two, I love that there's like a current resurgence of tags on YouTube right now, like people taking it amongst themselves to create new tags and like fun and interesting and unique ones, and this one is no different. Today I'm going to be doing the makeup aesthetic tag, which was created by Elle S here on YouTube. You guys know that Elle is a channel that I absolutely love. Her makeup, her style, her on point, I love it, and her opinions on things, like she's just a wonderful YouTuber. I will of course link her original video down below, but she was so kind as to tag me into this. I was going to say tag me in this tag, that's redundant. She tagged me to do the tag, the aesthetic tag that she created herself, and I'm just so excited. Like I said, these are different questions than what you would normally hear, and I think it's a little bit more personal, and you guys are going to get to know me a little bit better. Excited to do this. Also, as a friendly reminder, I too have created a tag video, the makeup mess tag. I know a lot of you guys have done it, and I just realized the extent of how many of you guys have done it. Holy shit. I'm going to try my best to get through and watch everybody's because that makes me so excited. So like I said, I will link Elle's original video down below along with her channel, and then I will link my own tag down below because I think tags are fun. I think it's a fun way to get to know a YouTuber besides me just like blabbering at you, and this has like a cohesive like stream of consciousness, like a theme if you will, to keep me on point because we all know how I like to blabber, like I'm doing right now according to my camera for 2 minutes. So yeah, let's get into the tag questions, shall we? Okay, question number 1. I'm reading off my phone, by the way. How would you describe your personal aesthetic or style when it comes to makeup? I mean, I've said this multiple times on my channel. That was rude. I've said this multiple times on my channel. I consider myself like a glamorous swamp witch. I am very much also like a cartoon character in that I pretty much do like a variation of a very lacy look every single day. What I mean by that is like I go a little heavy on the cheek products, I always go heavy on the highlighter, and my eye look is very distinctive. Actually today I'm doing something crazy with glitter right now, so this is a cool video to do like a new look with, but typically I do, you know, like the extended inner corners, and I always have graphic like wing liner on like excessively, and then I do some kind of variation of like a colorful smoky eye. I am trying very hard to push myself out of that like cartoon-esque limit for myself. Like as you can see today, I really played around with glitter and stuff. I actually was gonna film this look, but then I decided not to because I kind of just had one of those moments where I was in the mirror playing with makeup. So now that I know that I like this and it turned out how I wanted it to, I could film this look if anyone wants to. But yeah, getting back to the original question. I feel like I said, like a glamorous swamp witch. I feel like if you envisioned a witch living in 2018 and living her best life in 2018, you might think her to look something like this, makeup included, and I'm okay with that. Question number 2. Who or what influenced your stylistic choices? I was kind of thinking about this before I sat down to this video because it was never something I really thought about. I just feel like over the years, I've just morphed into this. And by this, I mean myself, realistically. Like when I look in the mirror, I've probably said this before too, but when I look in the mirror, I see Lacey. I see exactly the reflection of who I am and my character and who I want to be looking back at me. And I'm trying to think like what really inspired me. I've always listened to metal, so I'm sure that that's influenced me in some way because very often, especially in like black metal bands and like death metal bands, performers take on like this persona on stage and stuff, and it's always very heavy makeup and stuff, and it's very like, in a way, romantic while being grotesque. Also, like, your typical witchy aesthetic, think like Halloween Town, oh my god, or even Hocus Pocus, or like basically anything you've seen in American Horror Story Coven, like very Stevie Nicks witch, the black hat, the black boots. Also, like the 90s, but like specifically that whole like, one, I am influenced by things like Clueless. That is like my favorite movie ever, if you're ever wondering. But realistically, things like The Craft, where it's kind of like 90s, but brought up to that spooky level. Equally kind of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I would like throw in there too. So very like 90s spooky aesthetics, as well as like boho modern day witch aesthetic. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I feel like I'm just a conglomerate of like a lot of very stereotypical witchy things. On top of, I'm also very heavily inspired by drag culture and kind of like the whole gender bending aesthetic kind of thing. And like when I was growing up in the land of like vampire freaks before there was ever a Tumblr, it used to be androgyny was a huge thing, and I feel like that is something that has stuck with me through my teen years onto now. I don't know, not that I consider myself a very androgynous person, but I think kind of like that mindset has stuck. I don't know. This is I don't know. And then like really, really when I think about it, I love characters. I love something like Elvira, which I've mentioned before, but I also love something like Pee Wee Herman. I don't know why. I don't know why characters stick with me so much. Same with drag. Like, I'm so influenced by someone, even like Trixie Mattel, who does a variation of her look, but can like work it and do a lot of different things with it and like bring different like variations and different styles and different decades all with that same kind of look, so you still know it's her, but she's reflecting different things in different eras. I don't know. I love like the theatrics of like a character. And also the spooky coolness that came with the 90s. I don't know. Does any of this make sense? I don't know. Let's move on. Number 3, what were some of your previous makeup phases? Oh Lord. So in high school, I didn't wear makeup to be creative. I wore makeup because I thought it was it was a necessity. I of course, like every good millennial, wore the raccoon eye in all of my teenage angst. Sometimes if I was feeling it, I would replace a black eyeshadow with a red Manic Panic eyeshadow and really pink looking foundation, maybe some blush, never anything in my brows. It wasn't a thing, never bronzer. Why would I want to look bronze? I graduated right when Jersey Shore was starting. You did not want to look bronze if you thought you were an angsty kid. And then kind of after high school, I didn't want to look that way anymore. And I swapped black eyeshadow for gray eyeshadow. And then sometimes, because I had heard on like a What Not to Wear-esque kind of show that putting white in your inner corners made you look more awake. So I was inner corner highlighting before I knew what inner corner highlighting was. So I would wear silver eyeshadow with like a light silver in the corner and then like really bad wing liner. And then all the while, probably with a foundation that didn't match me. Again, nothing in my brows. I only ever started doing my brows like in the last 2 years. I've come a long way, even in 2 years. So yeah, I went from like basic to extra like real quick, like in a span of like 2 or 3 years. Like really, once I got into makeup, if I was like a pie chart of like makeup application, I guess, not even skill, but like skill too. So if like my skill and also acquirement of makeup was a chart, it would be like boop, 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 boop. And that would be like the spike of when I found YouTube and like, I don't know, started learning how to contour. Question number 4, what combination of existing brands would make up your perfect brand? Oh, I thought about this. Okay, I want the aesthetic of Lime Crime with the edgy colors of Kat Von D mixed with the pricing of ColourPop and BH Cosmetics and the frequency of releases of like BH or ColourPop. Like to me, oh, and the pigmentation of Sugar Pill. That to me would be the perfect brand. Oh my gosh. Question number 5. Name 5 products that define your makeup style right now. A Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick, Physicians Formula Eye Booster Pen, my Sugar Pill Pro Palette with rainbow colors inside, some sort of Becca highlighter, and then Anastasia Dip Brow. I feel like those things kind of encompass everything I like to do the most with makeup. Number 6, what kind of style or aesthetic do you wish you could pull off? I love wearing a full face of makeup. I really do. I feel like if I'm gonna wear makeup, I'm gonna wear makeup. Like, I don't do, like, just some BB cream walk out the door kind of thing. If I'm sitting down to do my makeup, I'm looking like this by the time I leave. All or nothing. However, That being said, for the sake of time management, I wish that I could feel more comfortable maybe just like powdering my face, doing my brows, and going out the door. I don't know. It's not even like I feel like I look bad if I don't wear makeup on. It's just that I don't feel like myself if I don't wear makeup on. So I'm really envious of people who like don't wear foundation and just have nice skin and leave the house. I don't know. Like I guess I wish I could pull off that whole like limited to no makeup look. No makeup, if you will. Not that I don't think I can't. I don't know. I'd rather look like this. Question number 7. What style are you over? I don't think I'm over any style. I'm so not judgmental when it comes to other people's appearances. So if you want to do something that is considered like not on trend or over or whatever, fucking do it. I'm sure I do so many makeup things that piss a lot of people off. I honestly can say I'm not over anything. I feel like I'm very comfortable in my style. If it changes, it changes. If I grow and adapt, cool. Whatever you want to do is cool. If anything, I'm like more and more excited by styles and trends as the days go on because 1, I think people are starting to be more aware of what they purchase. 2, I think we're starting to hold brands more accountable for what they come out with. And 3, I feel like there is more freedom for people to express themselves lately. Like kind of how I brought up, even with Anthony when we were talking about men wearing makeup, like I feel like makeup is no longer like the shallow kind of thing that we kind of viewed it as when I was growing up. Like I remember like there was this heavy association of like makeup, popularity, vanity when I was a teenager. I don't know if anyone else can relate with this. Whereas now, more and more often, it's like makeup, artistry, creativity, expression. So for me, like I don't like trends are cool. Like right now, how there's like that whole like pop effect thing happening. Like I get it. Makeup is going to reflect like the current culture and the current trends and the current fashion trends and things like that. But this is a very long-winded answer to say I'm not over anything. Do what you want to do. Number 8. Who are some of your favorite makeup artists? This is going to come as a surprise to no one, but I'm heavily inspired and totally in love with so many drag and club kid artists, which I'm not even talking like RuPaul's Drag Race girls, which no offense to them. Like there are some girls that like do incredible makeup, but I'm thinking like there's a lot of queens that I follow on Instagram who just like looking at them, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want to do what they do, like so badly. I will give you, out of all the RuPaul girls, I'm the most inspired by Dusty Ray Bottoms right now because she also has a very distinctive look. And maybe Sasha Velour with the graphic brows, I was so into that. And she does her features in a very exaggerated way that I'm so into. But I'm thinking more like, who do I follow right now on Instagram? Someone like Hungry, who is a drag artist. You might know Hungry from, she did some stuff with Sugar Pill promoting their liquid lipsticks. I'm totally in love with Hungry. I think that their look is amazing. They do this like kind of almost grotesque, unsettling thing where they have multiple eyes and a lot of different lines and swirls, and you kind of like are like, it kind of like is almost like weirds you out, but it's so beautiful and intriguing at the same time. And I feel like that's what I love. I love where grotesque meets gorgeous. I can probably think of a million more people right now, but like my brain's not working, so I'm gonna link below a lot of Instagram accounts that I feel like are the ones that I look to who are the most inspiring to me. But yeah, just also before I forget, like specifically other people on YouTube too really inspire me lately. So I know a lot of like Elle gave like specific makeup artist answers like Pat McGrath and stuff. I couldn't tell you any like relevant makeup artists, to be perfectly honest, or like mainstream artists I should say. I find the most beautiful artistry exists in like some of these performers that you might not know about. But also, like I said, with YouTubers, like Elle specifically did glitter brows the other day, and oh my god, my brain exploded. I was like, I want to do glitter brows, like full Regina George moment. Like she wore, what is it, a tank top and flip-flops, not cargo pants and flip-flops. That quote applied here about Elle's brows. Also, Angelica Nyqvist does some of the best makeup. Paulina Beauty. Mae Beauty does that thing with the colorful eyeshadow on the front of her brows. I'm always like, holy shit. Like, Some people on YouTube really inspire me too. Ooh, Georgia Harris also has had some killer eye looks lately. And if you watch her most recent like bloopers reel, it's like a slideshow of all her eye looks from all of her most recent videos, and you're just like blown away looking at all of them. Like, it makes me feel like I cannot do makeup for crap looking at some of my friends here on YouTube, because they're all so stunning and gorgeous and they do wonderful things with color. So yeah, I'm gonna link like the drag and club kit accounts that I follow on Instagram that really inspire me, and I'm also gonna link below the YouTubers who inspire me, because that's really, to me, the artists that I look to when I want to figure out what I could be trying next, or what I could be emulating or inspired by. Question number 9. Do you have any favorite editorial avant-garde makeup looks? Like I said, nothing that I can think of too specifically, other than like Hungry, who does that incredibly distinctive look, who like for sure comes to my mind right now. But I also will say I love so much the campaign that Kat Von D is doing right now to celebrate her 10-year anniversary collection, where she's picking all these people who she's calling her muses, and they all have these beautiful like backstories and looks, and like I love that too. So those are the 2 things specifically that stick out in my mind. I'll link below Kat Von D's YouTube channel, because I think she's posted, by the time I'm filming this, 2 or 3 of her muses right now. They're stunning, and their stories are stunning, and I don't know if that counts as editorial, but it does in my mind. And finally, what is your favorite time period for makeup and your least favorite? More and more so recently, I'm really into the 80s. I'm getting more into like heavy blush for some reason, which reminds me both of Paulina Beauty, and I've seen Lauren do some really beautiful things with blush too, where like I want to pull it up into my temples, and I want to make it very graphic and very noticeable, like more so contouring with blush than with actual contour products. And I feel like that's very 80s inspired. Plus I love like the blues and the pinks and the purples and the big hair and all that stuff. It's very like lacy. And as far as least favorite, I've got having lived it, daddy, the early 2000s are a dark time for makeup, with the orange foundations and the glitter everywhere and the light pink, practically white gloss all day, every day. Whew, that's a look. Like I said, I lived it. Don't know if I would go back to it. If you want to go back to it, that's your choice. Oh, dark times. Whew, and with that, I have completed the makeup aesthetic tag. I don't know, I feel like I kind of rambled. I feel like preparing for this video, I was like, I had my thoughts so much clearer and like so like more ready to go. And then I get on camera and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Probably because, once again, it's been a hot second since I filmed a video. It's my very last week of school. I thank you guys for sticking with me. I'm almost done, and then I will be able to devote so much more time to my YouTube channel, which excites me so much. But yeah, I will be tagging some channels down below to do this tag. If you are a YouTube creator and I did not tag you, I encourage you to do this tag. Like I said, Elle's channel and her original video will be linked down below. And give me some of the answers to these questions down below. What are your aesthetics? What are your inspirations? What are some things that you're over? Talk to me about it down below. I love you guys so much. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, all that jazz. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.